Good morning, guys. Today's challenge is in dedication to all the first responders that perished on this day 20 years ago, selflessly rescuing people. Do not put controversial, do not put conspiracy theory, do not, if I see anything controversial in the comments, I'm deleting it. I'm sorry, I'm deleting it. I don't care if you've been a subscriber, a follower for 20 years. I don't care if you've donated to the channel. Today is not about being divisive and being abrasive and being conflict. Today is about remembering that on this day, 20 years ago, no matter how you believe the event took place, 3,000 fellow Americans perished. And amongst those 3,000 American citizens, 353, I think is the number, were first responders. They were people that rushed into that building to save lives. Each one of them carrying anywhere between 35 and 70 pounds of personal protective equipment and whatever tools they needed for their job. Could have been a fire hose, it could have been an oxygen tank, it could have been a medical bag. It could have been safety blankets, fire blanket. I don't know what they carry, and I'm sorry that I don't. But I'm doing this September challenge, this strong timber, and I'm struggling to make 10 flights of stairs up my driveway 10 times with 30 pounds. As a matter of fact, the most I've done is six flights with 30 pounds. And then I'm thinking, wait a minute, the planes hit somewhere around the 90th floor. These firemen, have you ever picked up a fireman's jacket? That's some heavy stuff. Hot, too. Remember, the air conditioner is no longer working. These firemen are in a stairwell. They are climbing 90 steps on a rescue mission. These paramedics carrying gurneys in their medical bags, oxygen, going to render first aid, police officers stepping into just wherever they can. But have you ever picked up a police officer's utility belt? Any of you that have ever handled a pew-pew know that they can have some weight to them. This officer that's climbing these stairs, he's wearing his full thing. He's probably got a hard hat on. Requirement when you're running into a burning building, I would think. This officer's got his belt on, and he's got handcuffs, and he's got mace. He's got his baton. He's got his weapon. Well, that's got to weigh 10, 15 pounds. He too, who is not training actively to climb stairs like a fireman might be, is now finding himself in a position of scaling 90 flights of stairs on a rescue mission. So as I do this strong timber challenge today, I am attempting 110 flights of stairs, which is how many flights of stairs there were in the towers. 110 flights of stairs. Today, in memory and dedication to all of those first responders that lost their life, to try to have character, empathy, and appreciation for what they did and what they do every single day, first responders. My step timber and strong timber challenge is to climb 110 flights of stairs non-stop until I finish. Remembering all of the events on that day, remembering and honoring their courage, and praying for their families and loved ones who I'm sure are struggling. And for those of you who think that I'm doing this to catch some algorithm, you won't find the events of this day or anything. I'm not even going to tag this video. This is just between me and my subscribers. And again, I ask you to respectfully respect my dedication to 3,000 people that lost their lives, but specifically the first responders that gave theirs. All right, guys, so these are my stats as of right now. I was feeling like this is going to be a tough challenge. I knew it was going to be a tough challenge because back 2 years ago, I did a 200 flight of stair challenge for a fitness challenge. And it was rough. It took me like 2.5 hours, and I know it was rough. And then I remembered that just down the street from my house, there's this hill. It is only 15 steps longer than my driveway, but it is a much, as you can see, higher incline. There's no camera trickiness going on here. You can see I'm still going downhill. And so from about this person's mailbox to the top of the hill is 90 steps. So it's almost just as long as my driveway, only it's a much steeper incline. So by the time I hit the top, I've got 3 flights of stairs. Some of you might be thinking that this is a really dumb way to remember these people. And really, if their families don't see this, if their loved ones don't see this, you're right. You're right. The meaningfulness of this video pretty much ends right here in my driveway, right here on my Fitbit stats. And let me tell you why. I have now been working at this for almost 30 minutes. I have walked 1.3 miles and I have only climbed 20 flights of stairs. I'm not carrying any weight. The average first responder could have a medical bag. They could have oxygen tanks. They might be carrying a gurney. They might be wearing heavy fireproof gear, all of them wearing hard hats. And I can relate to some of this because I spent 23 years in the electric industry. And I know all the equipment our linesmen have to wear to be up on these power lines. I can't imagine the equipment that these firemen had to carry. All right, guys, it has been over 100 minutes. I am approaching 70 flights. Man, this is tough. This is really tough, but I just keep trying to tell myself that in order to truly understand the suffering of someone else, you have to kind of walk in their shoes, and that's what today's about. Every time I come up a flight of stairs, I try to remember that that fireman was wearing 30 pounds of PPE and possibly carrying another 20 pounds of equipment. And I'm out here in a tank top and yoga and comfortable sneakers, climbing a gradual incline, and I'm suffering. I'm also thinking about the fact that it has now been 100 minutes in the outside open, fresh air with a slight breeze blowing. Now, it's Florida, it's hot and it's humid, but the sun hasn't come out yet. That's so overcast and foggy. The outside ambient air temperature is probably 88 degrees. And I'm thinking to myself, the same amount of time these firefighters, paramedics, rescue workers, police officers are probably approaching the 90th floor, taking victims out. How much smoke have they inhaled? How hot is it in there? By now, the air conditioning systems have been off and unoperable for quite some time. And then, of course, you've got the blazing fire upstairs. You've got the smoke-filled hallways. You've got people in sheer panic trying to get in these narrow stairways. And I think to myself, I got this for every one of them. Guys, I am at 108 flights as I come down to the end of the driveway just one more time. I'm dying. I would be absolutely 100% lying to you if I said that right now both of my hip sockets are absolutely screaming, that my legs are tired. I have tried to talk myself into quitting about 10 times. And each time I've tried to talk myself into quitting, oh, my subscribers will understand. Maybe you can tell them it's your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking for excuses to quit. And then I came across a video of a group of firemen on TikTok that were climbing flights of stairs to remember the fallen. And I said, I can't give up. I can't give up. So this flight right here makes 109. I have been now walking for 3 hours. I have walked almost 18,000 steps. I'm approaching, I think, the 8.5 mile mark. And I have now officially climbed 109 flights of stairs. So 110, I got one to do. Last flight, guys. Here we go. This is 110. I know my hand's in the way, it's for safety. Whew. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. I did it, guys. I did it. All right, guys, excuse the beeping in the background. My freezer is defrosting, and I cannot turn down that alarm. It goes off the entire 20 minutes. I know, it's joyful. I have here 9 naked wings with some spicy seasoning and a Zip Fizz that I added some extra Keto Chow electrolyte drops because I've earned every bit of it. All right, guys, it's still lunchtime. I only have a couple more minutes of that annoying alarm, and I'm still hungry. So I took some pepperoni with some mozzarella cheese and gonna eat that. All right, guys, guess who's getting in the Christmas spirit? Yes. So I've decided to go ahead and start a Christmas topper here for a 3-tier pan, and going with a little bit of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer featuring Mr. and Mrs. Claus and Rudolph himself. And then I'm making a coaster set, which is going to be the story of Jesus. Yeah, so this coaster set's going to come with these 4 coasters. This one, of course, designed with Joseph, Mary, Jesus, the angel, and it's got the donkey and the sheep. And then, of course, we have the 3 camels with the Star of Bethlehem. These will be hand painted. This is the 3 kings, and then of course it is a snowy night. So yeah, I've been super excited, and not gonna lie, I've been singing Christmas carols, so there's that. But anyway, that's what I've been up to so far. It's 4 o'clock. All right, guys, I'm starving, and I know that there's quite a few carbs on here, but as of 4:40 today, I am already sitting at 21,000 steps on my Fitbit. I am just hungry. I'm hungry. So I have here 2 Johnsonville bratwursts. They're 2 carbs a piece. So that's 4 carbs. This here is 5 carbs. It's 1 serving of mixed peppers. I have 2 carbs and pickles. I have about 3 or 4 carbs. So I'm going to hit that 20 carbohydrates today, but with all my fitness this morning, I need it. I made my honey mustard, which is equal parts mayonnaise, mustard, a little splash of vinegar, and some sweetener to dip everything in, and I'm ready to eat. Guys, this is my day so far, and as you can see, I'm being stalked. I thought there was another one behind me. Look at her looking at me. Watch this. Are you stalking me? Are you following me? What are you trying to tell me? Do you see where she is, guys? Do you see what that is hanging on the wall? What are you trying to tell me? Are you using your inside voice? That is such a good girl. Give mommy a minute, okay? In 1 minute. You give me a minute? Okay. All right, good deal. All right, guys, so right here is my steps, and I haven't even taken them for a WALK yet. I am being followed, though. So there's that. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get these guys out for a WALK, and then I'm calling it a day because I am tired. Now remember, I served in the military, and so I am incredibly patriotic, and I love this country. And so when I do tributes and things like this, I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I am simply loving the fact that I was blessed to be born in the United States of America. And I would defend her still today, because there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another daily vlog. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.